Everybody, welcome back to the CJNERF Channel. I got a nice treat for you today. I figured it's time to do another buyer's guide, so why don't we compare four blasters which have quite a bit of similarities as well as some differences, and see how they break down in 5 different categories, which is cost, firepower and ammo capacity, customization, aesthetics, and field design and ease of use. So the 4 blasters that we're going to choose today is going to be the CycloneShock, the Flipfury, the good old Hammershot, and the Strongarm. Stay tuned. Alright, the way we're going to rank these blasters is in each category we're going to use a point system. So, for instance, in the cost section, whoever comes in first is going to get 4 points, second place gets 3, third place gets 2, and last place gets 1 point. And we'll move through the 5 categories until we come up with all our numbers. At the end, we'll total up all the numbers and see where they actually rank as far as these 4 blasters. Of course, this is all my opinion. You're entitled to your own. At the end of this video, I'm also going to have a poll. YouTube has a new card feature which actually allows you to poll your audience. So look out for that. Check the description. I'll give you the exact time that the poll starts. Click on the card that's going to pop up at the top of the screen. Click which blaster you think, in your opinion, should be at the top of the list. Simple. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so getting into cost, I'm going to say that the 2 blasters that are going to actually tie for the most expensive are the CycloneShock and the Flipfury. Both of these blasters average on the Nerf Wiki at $19.99 each. Now, that's not to say that you cannot get these cheaper. I've actually picked up both for $14.99 or $15.99 during different sales around the holidays and whatnot at Target, Toys R Us, and Amazon. So, but I'm going off the base retail of what they say that this blaster is averaging. So $19.99 for both the CycloneShock and the Flipfury. Now, moving into the Hammershot, you can pick up a Hammershot for around $14.99. That's the average retail. You can actually pick these up a little cheaper. I think the lowest I've ever gotten one for is about $11.99 based on sales. And rounding out our bunch is the lowest price blaster out of the 4, which is the Strongarm, which you can actually, Nerf Wiki retails it at around $9.99. You can actually pick these up on Amazon for about $9.98, so you can save a penny. And it's also gone on sale there many a time where you can actually pick them up for around $7.50 each. Say, based on the numbers that I just gave you, that the Strongarm is going to come in first place with a 4. For being the lowest price blaster, we'll put the Hammershot in second. And since it's 3 points total for third and fourth place, we're going to give them 1.5 each. So, since they tie in the price. So, 1.5 points and 1.5 points. Alright, let's move on to firepower and capacity. First thing I want to tell you about is I just started recently starting a new line of videos called Nerf Chronograph Data. And in it, I'm testing every single blaster that I own and that I will continue to buy. And I'm keeping all the data on an Excel spreadsheet to help you, my viewer, make better decisions when it comes to buying blasters, so you know the base ranges or what they should fire out of the box. Having said that, I have tested all of these pistols. There'll be a card popping up, so you can actually go check the test if you want. So, the Flipfury actually has a 12-round capacity. It has 2 6-round cylinders, which switch and flip, hence the name, with just a pull of this bottom trigger when the top cylinder is empty. It does have a prime like the Strongarm and the CycloneShock, and every time you depress the trigger, the barrel rotates. So, it does have a slam fire feature, so you can actually launch 12 rounds downrange awfully fast. And the good thing is, this thing averaged out of the box at about 71 feet per second. So, very high marks in ammo capacity and firepower. Very pleased with this. Now, moving on to the CycloneShock. This fires Mega ammo, so it's a little bit deceiving. The Mega ammo was coming out at 73 feet per second out of the box, so this actually tested, as far as firepower and feet per second, the best out of all of these 4. But it only has a 6-round cylinder, and it has no slam fire feature. So, take that into consideration. This is why this category is going to get a little convoluted. Gets a little, minor differences and little tweaks here and there that actually bring blasters down and raise them up. Now we take a look at the Hammershot. The Hammershot actually has the lowest cylinder and ammo capacity out of all of these blasters. It has a stock 5-round cylinder, and the priming handle is different from the other 3. It's an actual hammer from a pistol, hence the Hammershot. So, the good thing about this, it only takes 1 hand to prime it, as the others take 2 hands to prime it. But you only have a 5-round capacity, and you don't have a slam fire feature. So your rate of fire is going to be a little bit slower with a Hammershot. But the Hammershot did come in at a respectable 64 feet per second out of the box, and for $14.99, I guess that's right on par where it should be. All right. And then we'll bring up the rear with the Strongarm. The Strongarm actually has a 6-dart cylinder, priming handle like the Flipfury and the CycloneShock, as well as a slam fire feature. This gun tested in at 62 feet per second out of the box. Keep in mind, I did test the white one, and I did test the Sonic Fire one. And I actually had 68 average and a 65 average, or 67 average. So this one out of the 3 tested the lowest, but we're going to go with what I have here. So 62 feet per second, slam fire, and a 6-round capacity. Having said all that, I think I'm going to have to award, because of the firepower and the capacity, I'm going to have to award the Flipfury with the 4 points for just being a sheer beast. For second place for 3 points, I really had a toss-up here between the Strongarm and the CycloneShock. The power with the CycloneShock was awesome, but it doesn't have slam fire. And the Strongarm has slam fire, but less power. So I'm actually going to let the Strongarm take it and get the 3 points. I'm going to give the CycloneShock 2 points, and I'm going to give the the Hammershot 1 point. All right. All right, customization should be a pretty simple one. Some of these blasters, you have quite a bit of stuff you could do to them. Other ones, not so much. Every one of these blasters has one tactical rail that's up on the top of the blaster. The Flipfury, for instance, is right here. But there's not very much you can do with this. I haven't seen any kits or heard about any kits or any 3D printed parts for this to really do anything with it other than what you get is what you bought. So this one's actually going to get last place in this category and get assigned 1 point. Now, the Strongarm is going to take 3rd place. Now, it does have one tactical rail. There's really not many aftermarket kits you can get for this that I've seen, but it does have a little bit of customization because you can actually buy different versions of it. You can get this one that's the regular blue, you can get the white Elite version, and you can get the Sonic Fire version. So it's not like the other ones where you can put different aesthetic kits on it, but you can actually get this in 3 different paint schemes if you want. So we'll put that in 3rd place and give it 2 points. Now, the CycloneShock I find very interesting. This blaster is a Mega Blaster, but you can actually buy a worker sleeve conversion kit for 19 bucks. So for about 40 bucks, you can crank this to shoot Elite darts, and once you do that, without any spring replacements or anything, this thing's going to start shooting at about 90 to 92 feet per second. So, my lord. For that reason alone, I love the CycloneShock. For, you know, yeah, you're going to spend, you know, what, 15 if you can get it on sale, and then 19 or probably a little less on eBay. So for about $30, $35, you can have a pistol shooting 92 feet per second. Yeah, I'm kind of into that without even taking the blaster apart. That's pretty cool. So CycloneShock will take 3 just because of that kit alone. And that'll leave the Hammershot as the gold ribbon winner for the customization part. You can actually get cylinders that can increase your ammo capacity. It also has other customizational kits where you can actually get the hammer different. And there's tons of 3D printed parts for this. And a lot of people are really into the Hammershot. So this one will definitely take number 4 and get the highest points. Why don't we move on to aesthetics? Alright, aesthetics is pretty basic and pretty easy. Coming in first place, hands down, is the Hammershot. If you can custom paint one of these, they really look good. The overall just look and feel of the blaster is really, really neat. And technically, out of the 4, I like the way this one kind of looks the best, to be honest. So the Hammershot will get 4 points. Number 2 for me will be the CycloneShock, and this actually is closer to the Hammershot than I actually thought. I really, really like the look of this blaster. I really do. It's very comfortable, and I just love the lines on it and everything. So we'll give the CycloneShock the 3 points, and the Strongarm will take 3rd place for me. I definitely like it. It's very thin. I love the whole feel of it, and I'm a big fan of the Strongarm, to be honest. So we'll give that 2 points. And that'll leave the Flipfury at the end. Of course, it just looks like a big rectangle. So, you know, it doesn't have a lot of cutting edge lines to it and any of that kind of stuff. So I think most people would agree with me there. So we will put 1 point for aesthetics. Now on to feel and design. This is probably where I'm going to catch a little bit of heat from you Hammershot fans, but it's okay. The Strongarm is actually personally my favorite. I love just the design, the smooth prime, the slam fire. It's got a thin silhouette. I like it, and it's just hands down going to be the best one for me. So I'm going to put that one with a 4. Coming in at 2 is going to be for me the CycloneShock. I absolutely love the design of this blaster. It's got an aggressive look. I love the handguard here and the priming mechanism, and I love when you pull the trigger, it actually feels like there's some power behind it. So this is definitely going to take number 2 for me. So we'll give that 3 points. And although many will say I should put the Hammershot probably at 1 or 2 because you can, you know, one-hand prime it and everything, I can't do it. I don't like the priming mechanism at all, and that's just a personal thing for me. So I'll just say Flipfury, even though I love the way the Hammershot looks better. Alright everybody, before I go any further, I'm going to put the poll card in, so go ahead and click up on the poll that's sliding across the screen. Cast your vote for which blaster you think should have came in first. Let's get back to it. The total numbers are Strongarm in first place with 15 points, Hammershot in second place with 13 points, CycloneShock came in at 12.5 points, so it goes into third. The Flipfury slides into 4th place. And that's the way, based on an objective look at it, this list came out. Now, on a personal note, I would switch the CycloneShock and the Hammershot. And the reason I would do that is I honestly love the worker sleeves that I installed into this Mega CycloneShock. It's shooting at 92 feet per second, and I didn't have to open the blaster. So yeah, I bought the CycloneShock for 15 bucks. Probably spent another 15, anywhere from $17 to $19 to get the sleeves. But this blaster is a beast, and I absolutely love it. So I'm very happy with the CycloneShock. And for me personally, it would move ahead of the Hammershot on my personal list. But on this objective outlook and comparative buyer's guide, I think this is a fair way of listing them. Please, I'm curious to see how the poll turns out, so make sure you vote. I'm sure a lot of you Hammershot fans are gonna, light up my comment section. It's all objective. It's it's what you like and what works for you. So for me, the Strongarm works better, and I'm a bigger fan of that. But to each his own. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see another comparative buyer's guide, send me an email. My email's in the link in the description. I'd love to hear what you guys might want to see me do a comparison video on, because I actually kind of like doing these. I look forward to hearing you guys' replies and thoughts. See you again next time on the CJNERF Channel.